As you would know if you've played Red Dead 1, Edgar Ross betrays John Marston and has him killed by a US Army firing squad. So that begs the question, what if John never died in Red Dead Redemption? This is an interesting question a lot of fans of the Red Dead community have talked about. So today we're going to talk about two possible outcomes, from the most realistic possibility to the most unlikely. Scenario 1. John lives out a normal life. Like all the other scenarios are going to start, Agent Ross never betrays John. Living in Beecher's Hope and taking care of the ranch with Abigail and Jack, John is finally happy and content with his life. He doesn't feel the need to start gunslinging again because he knows what type of danger that brings to him and his family. Uncle is also living with John even though he's a freeloader. Also, I want to point out that Uncle was born in 1849, making him roughly 62 years old at the time of Red Dead 1, and the average life expectancy of a male born in the US in 1849 is 50 years. This unfortunately means Uncle's time with John would be very limited. But for the first time in his life, John Marston gets the one thing he always wanted, a peaceful life with his family. But unfortunately, Abigail eventually does die only 3 years after the events of Red Dead 1. Her passing being in 1914, making her only 37 years at her age of death. John and Jack agree for passing and then bury her. By this time, John is 41 years old. I would say he realistically lives up until around maybe 1915 to 1935, but also there's no way to exactly know how long he could have lived, considering that the, life expectancy rates weren't very high back then. Could have made it into like maybe 90, Some people did, but honestly, I don't see him making it past like maybe his 50s in this timeline. But after John's death, I would assume that Jack takes over the ranch by himself. It is also highly speculated and basically confirmed that Jack does become an author, as he does love reading. But the main reason is that in GTA 5, you can find a book in Franklin's Vinewood Hills safe house that is named Red Dead. And the author's name, you guessed it, is J. Marston. Now moving on from that, here's scenario 2. Same as before, Agent Ross doesn't betray John. Quite like the previous scenario, John attempts to live out a normal life. But in 1914, World War I unfortunately officially starts. And in 1917, the US draft officially started. The draft requirements were for male citizens between the ages of 21 and 30. At this time, John was 44 years old, so he was safe from the war for a little while. Inevitably, in August of 1918, the United States of America changed the World War I draft age from 21 to 30 to 18 to 45, making John just the age to make the cut. Sure, there is a chance that he doesn't get drafted, but for this timeline, let's just say he does. Honestly, I think he would do fine in war due to his experience with guns and other aspects of survival. Luckily, the war only lasted for 4 months after he got drafted. On November 11th, 1918, World War I fighting did end. There is a possibility John would have died during war, and even if he didn't die, I would think he wouldn't make it much longer after, because, the life expectancy was really low back then. That, in my mind, putting his death time frame in this scenario from 1918 to 1925. I do believe the first scenario is the more realistic one, but either way, both of these were fun to talk about and theorize about. Well, thank all of you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Make sure to like and subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and feel free to comment your own theories down below, and I will see you in the next one. Peace out.